What's up, everyone? Welcome back to PB Talks. This is me, Prasanna, talking the Chelsea men's team throughout the course of the season. It's been long, it's been exhausting, it's been draining, it's been emotional, joy at parts, grief at parts, considering what has happened throughout the course of the season, on the field, off the field, issues with Roman Abramovich getting sanctioned, the club's future in jeopardy, the new owner coming in, and the takeover now almost officially complete. What are Chelsea's future plans in the summer? Who the possible transfers are? Possible incomings, the outgoings. I'll discuss everything, and I'll try to make this short and try to discuss everything as possible. And boy, this is going to be some video, I'll tell you that. But before I go into this any further, I would like all of you to hit a like on this video. Make sure to subscribe to PB Talks. Make sure to hit the bell symbol to get notifications whenever I go live or upload videos like this. This is my 5th live stream / recording in the last 2 days. Had to make the most of these 2 days because it's the end of the season. And I didn't want to do any videos tomorrow because it's a Memorial Day holiday in the United States. And I decided to just take it off and just drive around. And I didn't want to do any videos tomorrow. So trying to do with this today. Would just miss the 500 subscriber mark, which I thought I would get by the end of this month. But it's not the end of the world. There are still many games. Football is on. Cricket is on. We'll try to do NBA as well starting from next season and try to cover MLS as well. So lots of things to look forward to. And let's talk Chelsea Football Club. The men's senior team came into the season as champions of Europe. And all onus was on what are we going to do this season? How much is Tuchel going to get back? Who are going to stay? Who are going to leave? And everything. It's like everything was on us. I mean, we were talking, okay, last season we won the Champions League. Now this season we have to build on it and be Premier League title contenders. Obviously go for the 2 cups. Possibly try to even retain the Champions League because we have to remember, apart from Real Madrid, and no one has retained the UEFA Champions League since AC Milan did in 1990 and 1991. So it was always going to be a hard task given that Man City were obviously going to strengthen, Liverpool were going to strengthen, all other teams are on strengthen, so that was not going to be easy. But we still had to go about our business. We started with the UEFA Super Cup, which we won against Villarreal on pens. We opened the scoring with Hakim Ziyech, but second half they completely dominated us, and we were lucky to even go into penalties. But then Kepa turned up, and we won our first trophy of the season. We won our first UEFA Super Cup since 1998. It's a long time. We missed out in 2012, losing to Atletico Madrid. We missed out in 2013, losing to Bayern on penalties. That was the perfect start to the season. That was the curtain raiser to our season, winning the Super Cup, and that opened our season. Obviously, the Premier League season started after that. There were no incomings, but with the present squad, you were thinking, okay, let's see how this goes. Obviously, there were signs of Lukaku. There were links with Tchouaméni, etc. But we didn't get anything over the line, and we started off the season. It was a pretty tough start. We had to play Crystal Palace at home, Arsenal away, Liverpool at Arsenal away, then Liverpool away. It was always going to be a tough start, but I feel that we started off well. We got past Crystal Palace. There was a dominant home performance. Then went away to the Emirates. We beat them 2-0. We went away to Anfield with 10 men. We somehow drew the game 1-1. And we were thinking, okay, this could be a crucial point in the title race. And that was what we had to look forward to. And we actually started well. And we beat Aston Villa 3-0. And then we opened a Champions League group stage win with the 1-0 win over Zenit. And then that was all on the back of Lukaku scoring or assisting. He scored against Arsenal, he scored 2 against Villa, and then he scored against Zenit. And you were thinking, okay, finally we have got the final piece of the puzzle that we were struggling with last season. He's going to get us the goals. He's going to get us 20-25 goals this Premier League season. He's going to carry us to Premier League title. Oh, well, that went well. And we we just carried on what we had to do. We beat Spurs. And then came the big test, which was Manchester City at home. Um, the reigning Premier League champions. It was always going to be a tough test, but we put in an absolutely timid performance at home at Stamford Bridge. I remember waking up at 6:30, going to the screening and just about making it on time. And we put in an absolute shit show of performance at Stamford Bridge. I don't even think we had a shot on target the whole game. And Man City completely dominated us, and we were lucky to be only 1-0, to come out 1-0 losers at the end of the day. And that put a question mark on saying that, okay, against the big teams at home or even away, how are we going to deal with it? We immediately followed it up with a 1-0 loss at Juventus. I was thinking, okay, hopefully we don't collapse from here. But then we came back, we bounced back, we beat Southampton at home, Brentford away. It was a tough test. Edward Mendy was on absolute fire. We beat Malmo 4-0, Norwich 7-0, Newcastle away 3-0. We were going along with the EFL Cup on penalties. We beat Malmo away as well. And then came Burnley at home, which, if you look at those stats of the Burnley game, it's absolutely ridiculous that how we didn't score more than one. We had about 20-25 shots that game. And that was a start of many a game that season where we would have like 20-25 shots a game and we would end up scoring 0 or 1. That was the way Chelsea were going about that season. It was absolutely crazy. But that was only a small blip at that point of time, as we came back to beat Leicester 3-0. We beat Juventus 4-0 and we got to the round of 16. But when we beat Juventus 4-0, we were looking terrific. And then Ben Chilwell got injured and he was about to be ruled out for a long part of the season. And our only backup left wing back was Marcus Alonso, because we had sent out Kennedy on loan, we had sent out Emerson on loan. So Alonso was pretty much the only option available. And we had to make peace with the fact that he's going to be our left wing back for most parts of the season, if not maybe even the whole season. And that started or dipped. We were not consistent after that. Again, we played Man United at home. Again, not only did we not score, but at crucial points in the season, we had individual mistakes costing us. That game, Jorginho, ball is coming from like 50,000 feet in the air. Man tries to control it. It goes absolutely haywire, and Sancho scores his first Premier League goal for Man United. We draw that game 1-1. We just about scraped through at Watford. We lost to West Ham. And then we drew away to Zenit, finishing second in the group. We somehow beat Leeds. We drew against an Everton C team at home, despite having, again, n number of shots. Wolves away, we drew 0-0 despite we had nearly 7 COVID cases at that time, and I think 1 or 2 more injuries. We still never got the game called off. And but still, you would expect better from a team like Chelsea. The standards that we said that we should be winning. It was 0-0 against Wolves. We got Lukaku back for the Aston Villa away game, and he scored and he set up a penalty. We drew against Brighton 1-1. And going into the new year, you were thinking, okay, the December crash has already started. But I was thinking in my mind that if we can get through January, because January we were playing Liverpool at home, we were playing Man City away, and we had to play Spurs at home as well. So if we could get through somehow January, being maximum 2 or 3 points off the top, I think we're still in a fast shout of being in the title race. But that was never bound to happen. Liverpool came to Stamford Bridge. They went ahead 2-0. But we came back to it 2-2, and I still think we should have won that game. We had chances after that, and we should have capitalized on that. We began our FA Cup with a 5-1 win over Chesterfield. We went through to the another Carabao Cup final, beating Spurs 2-0 at home and 1-0 away at the Shite Hart Lane, the 3-point lane as we would like to call it. And then came the biggest test, that was Manchester City away. We put in a stinker of a performance at Stamford Bridge, and we could not afford to slip up here. And boy, oh boy, we got absolutely hammered. In the first half of that game, we had no shot, let alone shot on target. We didn't even have one shot. Second half, you were thinking, okay, first half, we were absolutely timid in our approach. We were piss poor. Let's go for it. Let's try to make something of it in the second half. And then Lukaku has this opportunity which he had scored, it could have turned the title race absolutely to another side. But he didn't take it. City go down the other end, and De Bruyne scores, and that was the title race done and dusted. There was no way Chelsea were going to close that much of a gap with Manchester City, and our title race hopes were done and dusted. It was again back to top four race as it has been for the last 2-3 years. Similar pattern what we follow until December. We are at the top of the table in a title race. December, January comes, and then we absolutely go down crashing, and then we end up in a top four race again. Again, we drew away at Brighton. We got absolutely dominated, but then Spurs came to Stamford Bridge, and no matter what form we are in, Spurs always come to Stamford Bridge to get that yearly L. And they always do that. 2-0. Hakim Ziyech with an absolutely screamer of a goal. And of course, we also had against Liverpool, Kovacic for the absolute banger when we hardly looked like scoring in that game. And then we went on to play the Club World Cup against Al Hilal, the champions of Asia. And then after beating them, we barely got by that game. And then we beat Palmeiras, the champions of South America. We beat them, and we finally completed the whole set, the Club World Cup, what we wanted. We missed out in 2012, but 10 years later, we were not to be denied. And we went on to win the Club World Cup. We were thinking, okay, we've got the Super Cup, we've got the Club World Cup, we've got the Carabao Cup final. We can go deep into the FA Cup. We're in the Champions League round of 16. Even though the Premier League title race was done and dusted at that point, I still thought, okay, we can make something with the rest of the season, and we can try to go as deep as possible. And we got Lille in the Champions League, and we got through them 2-0 in the first leg, 2-1 in the second leg away at Lille. And it was at this point that that Chelsea Football Club were hit with sanctions. Roman Abramovich was sanctioned. The war was going on in Ukraine. And we were put this ridiculous prices that we could only spend this much on away travels. Only season ticket holders could attend games at Stamford Bridge. And everything was going left for Chelsea at that point of time. And I was thinking, okay, I mean, where the hell do we even go? Are we going to go out of business? Because we still owed Roman Abramovich about 1.5 billion debt. And we were thinking, okay, is he going to ask for that 1.5 billion when he leaves? Because he was forced to sell the club at that point of time. And it was just, I really had no idea what emotions I was going through at that point of time. But I was thinking, okay, these are like, just get through the season and let's just go after that. But the rules were kind of relaxed a bit. It wasn't that strict as it eventually was. And the first game after Roman Abramovich decided to sell the club was Luton Town away in the FA Cup. And before that, we played the Carabao Cup final against Liverpool. And a cup final at Wembley, and Chelsea plays. There is only one result. We took the L. I mean, the amount of chances we had in that game and the fact that we didn't score even one baffles me. Chelsea and Liverpool in that game went toe-to-toe. And Liverpool also going for all trophies at that point. I think they were still a bit behind in the Premier League title race, but of course they were still going for other trophies until they officially closed the gap on City. But we went toe-to-toe. Mason Mount missing 2 easy chances. Pulisic missing a chance. Lukaku's goal being given offside. And then the whole penalty situation with Kepa hitting a sixer instead of hitting the back of the net. And then that was yet another cup final at Wembley. We blew. And we were going to blow another cup final at Wembley a few months later. But I'll come to that in a sec. But we were thinking, okay, we still have the FA Cup. We still have the Champions League to contend with because we were through to the quarterfinals. And we were going to meet Real Madrid. We got past Luton Town. We beat Burnley 4-0. We beat Norwich City 3-1. We somehow got past Newcastle 1-0. Kai Havertz with an absolutely superb goal. And we got past the quarterfinals as well. Another FA Cup semi-final we were about to play at Wembley. And things were going all right at that point. But then when you think we are going to build upon this and kick on towards the end of the season, Charity FC strike as usual. We played Brentford at home, and they absolutely put us to shreds. 4-1 loss. Possibly the worst defensive performance I've seen in the whole season. We had a full strength squad available. It was not even like we were traded players. We had a full strength backline. We went 1-0 up and we absolutely collapsed. Our defense was continuously cut open like a thin knife through butter, fasak. And that game, I was thinking, okay, another international break. We come back, we get beaten by a newly promoted side like we did against West Brom the season before. And that's not the best momentum you want to go into a game against Real Madrid at home. Obviously, Real Madrid at that point, they were top of the La Liga and they were going for the Champions League as well. We went into the Madrid game and we got pasted that as well. 3-1 by at home. Karim Benzema hat-trick. Defensively, we were shambles. Anders Christensen played. He looked like his mind was already at FC Barcelona. And for the third goal, Mendy, Jesus Christ. I mean, it's been 2 years we've had with that guy and he is so shaky with his feet. His indecisiveness has costed us to a couple of goals this season, and we would go on to lose the game 3-1 despite us having some chances in that game. And we were thinking, okay, where do we even go from here? But we immediately bounced back playing Southampton. We smacked them 6-0. And we were thinking, okay, obviously we're not going to beat Real Madrid the same way, but this is some sort of, say, some glimmer of hope was there. Timo Werner started the game after God knows how long. He scored 2 goals. Mason Mount scored. Pulisic scored. I think Havertz also scored. So we were thinking, okay, we're going into Real Madrid in the best possible fashion. We went to the Bernabeu with a 3-1 deficit. Obviously, away goals were not there from this European season. So a 2-0 win would take us to extra time. And believe me, we nearly did it. First half, we led 1-0. Second half, Rudiger makes it 2-0. And Alonso, we thought, made it 3-0. A handball goal ruled it out. But Timo Werner was not to be denied 3-0. And you were thinking, oh my God, what are we seeing? This could be possibly the greatest ever comeback in the Champions League for Chelsea Football Club, because we saw Napoli in 2012 and we came back at home. But this was away. This was away at the big Santiago Bernabeu, at the home of the La Liga leaders who are going to win the league. But yeah, reality struck. Rodrigo scored within 5 minutes of Timo Werner scoring, and then King Karim Benzema was not to be denied. Rudiger slipping at the crucial time, and then they go and do us at extra time, and it was absolutely broken after that. And we gave so much of heart and soul into that. I could not fault any player on that day because we gave it absolutely everything. But then we had a cup semi-final to deal with against Crystal Palace, and normal service resumed. We beat Palace 2-0, Loftus-Cheek and Mason Mount with the goals. And then we were going into the fag end of the season with a few games left. Obviously, we had only top 4 and the FA Cup final to contend with. And then when you think then again, like we did against Brentford at home, Arsenal came to town. They were on 3 losses on the bounce, going for top 4. This was a chance to put their final nail in the coffin. And what do? Charity FC strike again like they always fucking do. We lost to them 2-4 on the night. Absolute calamitous defending. Christensen with a mistake. Sarr with a mistake. And we allowed Eddie Nketiah, for God's sake, to score 2 goals. Man had 0 league goals all season. And now we allowed him to score 2 and Arsenal to score 4. That was a long, long day, I can tell you that. And we were thinking, oh, what the hell is this? Do we think our season is done already because we went out of the Champions League? We played West Ham again 4 days later. Another poor performance, but we got the job done at the end. We went to Old Trafford, a place where we hadn't won since 2013 season. And again, Charity FC had to strike there again. We went 1-0 up, but we couldn't hold the lead, and the game ended 1-1. And Charity FC just kept on giving and giving. We went away to Everton. Everton were fighting relegation. We were like, oh, Everton, are you fighting relegation? Do you want 3 points? We are there. We'll give you 3 points. Here you go, 3 points. We gave 3 points in Goodison Park. Wolves came to Stamford Bridge. That was the first game. And after Todd Bowley was officially announced that the consortium, they're going to take over Chelsea Football Club, we went 2-0 ahead, courtesy of Lukaku's 2 goals. And then Charity FC does Charity FC things once again. 2-2 at the end of the day. And the last kick of the game, they equalized, and we were thinking, Jesus Christ, just end this season. I don't even care if we at that point it looked like we could slip out of the top 4, let alone even third place. We could go down to 5th if we continue slipping, because Arsenal and Tottenham were winning. They're breathing down our neck, and I think it was just 1 or 2 points difference at that point of time, and we were thinking, oh my God, just don't let it slip again. But we went to Leeds United, another team that was battling relegation. I was thinking, please don't turn into Charity FC. We didn't. We pasted them 3-0, and I think that game officially confirmed top 4 for us. And then was the big FA Cup final at Wembley. Liverpool again, another cup final at Wembley. Where are we going to win? No. We fluffed our lines again. We fluffed again in penalties. I mean, 2 cup finals in the space of 4-5 months against Liverpool at Wembley, losing on penalties. And the worst part is, I went to screening for both of them, and just the emotions at the end of the day, I was totally drained and I was exhausted after the game. I mean, I'm just tired of us losing finals at Wembley, man. I mean, our record at Wembley in the last few years is absolutely jarring. FA Cup finals alone, 2017, 2020, 2021, 2022. That's 4 FA Cup finals in the last 5 seasons that we have lost. Carabao Cup finals, 2019, Man City against Man City on pens. 2022 against Liverpool on pens. That is 6 cup finals in the last 5 seasons alone that Chelsea have lost. Absolutely inexcusable for a club like Chelsea. But the thing is, it's only those finals we bottle. The other finals we somehow managed to win. I don't know how. 2018 we won at Wembley. I don't know how. Eden Hazard penalty. 2019 we won the Europa League. 2021 we won the Champions League. We won the Super Cup in 2022. We won the Club World Cup. 2021 we won the Club World Cup in 2021. I think it's only Wembley that we are. I don't know whether it's cursed or whether we something just happens to us. We somehow keep on screwing up at Wembley, and again, it was just back in the day when we used to win at Wembley for fun under Mourinho, when we had a proper spine. We have good players now, don't get me wrong, but we lack a spine. And there's a difference between having good players and having top draw players and a spine. To win the top competitions, you need a spine. You don't need just good players. You need good players and a spine as well. We had that spine under the times of Mourinho, and even under afterwards when we had the Drogba, Lampard, Terry, Cech, Ashley Cole, that spine. Now we are slowly getting it back. Obviously, this is still a young squad. We did pay the top dollars for them. We overpaid for some of them, but still, this is a young squad. And under Thomas Tuchel, I can only have good hopes that we go on to do bigger and better things. Hopefully, we can win an FA Cup or a Carabao Cup in 1 or 2 years' time. That's at least the minimum expectation that I have. And we ended the season drawing against Leicester 1-1, scraping 2-1 win against relegated Watford at home. And we finished third in the table. Heavy points difference behind Liverpool. Not what we expected at the start of the season. We lost 2 cup finals. We got out of the Champions League in the quarterfinal stage. We won the Super Cup. We won the Club World Cup. And now with Todd Boehly Consortium coming in, the American owners, we all know what he has done at the LA Dodgers. If he can replicate even some of what he has done there, then we can all be assured that we have another Roman Abramovich, at least in terms of success. Managers hiding and firing, that's another matter for another day. But at least, hopefully, we can get some success with Todd Boehly. It's not going to be instant success. I don't expect next season that, okay, we'll go for the Premier League immediately. But I just hope that we can at least put some sort of a title challenge and win 1 or 2 trophies along the way. Because the mantra for Chelsea has always been, any manager can come in, you can have any sort of players, but the mantra is just one thing: win at all costs. You look at the various cup finals I mentioned. we're all under so many different managers. It was under Kante, it was under Sarr, it was under Lampard, and it's now under Tuchel. Many managers come and go, but the thirst for success should always be the same. You either win or the door is there. Tata, bye bye, see you. And it's been a long, tiring, draining, emotional, long-lasting season. It looked like it would never end at one point. And now that the season is over, I'm like, how the hell am I going to do without Chelsea for the next 2 to 3 months until August? Of course, there's a lot of football still with the Nations League and all. But and obviously India playing in the Asian Cup qualifiers. And cricket is also there with India playing in South Africa. But you don't look at international football as much as you do with club football, because club football has been there. We have been connected to a club for so long compared to connecting to an international country. If it's not, especially the country where you are from. So it's been long lasting. It's been tiring. It's been an emotional season. And regarding the player outgoings, we all know that Rudiger is already going to Real Madrid. Thank you, Rudiger, for all these years of service. You've been a professional servant, and wish you luck at Madrid. I feel that we could have kept him down because he's still 28, 29 years old, and I feel we should have kept him. Anders Christensen is going. I feel Azpilicueta will be going. Marcos Alonso is definitely leaving to Barcelona. More midfielders, maybe Kante or Jorginho, one of them will definitely be leaving. Our striker situation, Werner, Lukaku, will they be staying? Will Pulisic be staying? Will Hakim Ziyech be staying? All these uncertainties are there. And of course, regarding the incomings, we are in talks with Jules Kounde from Sevilla. We are in talks with Tchouaméni, but high possibility that he'll go to Real Madrid. And it's going to be interesting to see how we manage to get through next season, how the summer transfer window goes. Will Tuchel needs to work with the board closely. We need to do the Moneyball approach, what the likes of Liverpool and they have done. Don't spend much. Spend correct amounts on players that will come and fit your system instead of overpaying for players just because they are big names and they come in, they show a few glimpses, but overall they will turn out to be disappointing. I mean, even the stats for Chelsea this season don't show a good number. We have had spells from here and there from various players, but it's like when you see overall, it's not a great. It doesn't show great value when you see one of the obviously the highest goal scorer in all competitions is Lukaku, but it's not enough when you want to win a Premier League title. It's not good enough to win a Premier League title. And Havertz this season, he's been good in spells. Pulisic this season, he has been very underwhelming. Timo Werner has been underwhelming. The only players who I actually feel confident in front of goal are three from the squad: Reece James, Marcos Alonso, and Ben Chilwell. These three players, when they strike the ball, when it goes to goal, 95% it's in the back of the net. Others, you would definitely think they would miss instead of score, because that's the case with Lukaku, that's the case with Werner. Havertz is a little bit better, but Pulisic has been hit and miss, and we don't know what his future lies in the season. So it remains to be seen what we do this summer. It's been a long and an exhausting season, and I can't wait to look forward to next season. It's the part and parcel of being a sports fan. You enjoy going up as much as you enjoy going down, because when you go down, the only way is up. And when you go up and when you win the big things, you will be there to enjoy it. And if you notice, that's the end of my season review. I didn't realize that half an hour had gone like pew. But I can talk hours and hours and hours. But it is what it is. Make sure to stick a like on this video. Make sure to subscribe to PB Talks. Make sure to hit the bell notification to get notifications whenever I upload videos like this or go live. And I'll possibly see you guys next week with the Nations League coming back, and I'll try to do watch-alongs for those games. Obviously, a lot of games coming up. Obviously, India are playing in the AFC Asian Cup qualifiers as well. So that's going to be interesting to see whether we make it past the group under Eagles match. But then again, as I keep saying at the end of every single video, make sure that you stay safe and wash them hands. Thank you, everyone. Catch you later.